Wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up. It's the Flo Show No Filter. And it's time to talk about a lot of drama. Let's see what I'm going to get in trouble for today. I'm going to give everybody a chance to come on in here. And we're going to get it started just like this. The thoughts, views, and opinions shared on the Flo Show No Filter are for educational and entertainment purposes only. I am not a professional. I am just good. Happy TGIF Friday. Feels good. We made it to another Friday. All my hard-working listeners and viewers out there. Got another crazy show. Diddy and Jay-Z and Busby and everybody showing out. I mean, I can't make this stuff up. All I could do is give you all my opinions, and my opinions have been so on point on this case. Even I'm looking at it like, you are good. Because so much of what I said yesterday came true. And we're going to get into that with the Jay-Z mess. Someone right about them tapes, them audios of the victim. And I told y'all that, okay, let's say, okay, we're gonna go talk about Jay-Z. I told y'all I was going to focus on the private investigators, and it wasn't right. And I'm going to go into all the shit that I said yesterday that came true. And which is why, like I told y'all, I love being the first take on stuff, like meaning I'm the first one, 7:30 in the morning. I'm already putting my stuff out there. Before all that new evidence came in yesterday, everything I said was right on point with the whole situation. And it was funny watching everybody kind of tailor their takes and opinions off of my video at 7:30 in the morning. I called it all out. So I'm going to get into that. Diddy is saying those tapes were altered, but guess what, y'all? Y'all know how Diddy said CNN altered the tapes? Well, CNN responded. We're going to get into all of that. Plus, the Flo Show No Filter is going on tour, and I have been supposed to mention that to y'all all week, and I kept forgetting. But today I wrote it on a big, crazy big sheet of paper. It says, Flo, talk about the tour. So the Flo Show No Filter is going on tour, and I need y'all to let me know where I need to come. You know, I'm going to do it like I've done everything else. Wherever my fans and supporters allow us at, that's where I will book. So right now we got Detroit lined up. The tour starts in early July, late June. We got Detroit, Cleveland, Charlotte, and Sydney, Australia so far. Which Detroit is the first one I'm locking in, but those are the cities that my fans have been screaming the loudest. So what I need you to do, if you are the Flo Show No Filter supporter, listener, avid lover, or whatever, DM me put the message in the fan mail. You could DM me on Instagram or Facebook or YouTube, wherever you communicate with me at. Let me know what city that I need to come to. And the more cities I see, the more responses, I will start adding the cities. I know I got a lot of different places I got to go to. So let me know. I'm going to depend on that. I'm depending on y'all to let me know where the Flo Show No Filter needs to come to. Live. But this is one of my favorite kind of episodes, y'all. And, you know, when you're dealing with this stuff, I don't like to be the guy that say, I told you so. But sometimes you just got to say it. I told you so. What am I talking about? I'm talking about that Jay-Z Busby victim situation. But before we get into that Jay-Z Busby situation, let's cover Mohawk Diddy first. So unless you're living under a rock, y'all have heard that Diddy and his defense team is back to their old tricks again, throwing up whatever they can against the wall and seeing what sticks. And so what recently they threw up against the wall, they threw up the fact that they said CNN altered the video of him beating the hell out of Cassie. He's saying that Diddy and his legal defense team are saying that CNN altered the video to make it look worse. I know, y'all. I know that sounds like some bullshit, but we're going to get into it. The crazy part about that, before I even get into the article that we're going to talk about on this situation, the crazy part is they had the nerve to say that they said CNN sped up. CNN sped up the video to make it look like the diddler was moving just much faster than he was moving. What? Wait a minute. So you telling me you are actually filing motions and you're saying that this video should be removed from the case because it showed him beating the hell out of Cassie and faster than it happened? That's where we at, y'all. If he ain't cooked, ain't no such thing. Do y'all really understand that? So basically what you're saying is the 30-second, 1 minute beating that we saw on CNN actually lasted more like what? 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 15 minutes, 20 minutes? Because according to you, they sped it up and altered it to make it look like Diddy was moving faster or doing things. Last time I checked, a punch or a kick to the face or throwing a vase or stomping or whatever, grabbing and throwing, whatever he did, it hurt whether you show it in fast pace or if you show it in slow motion. That shit still hurt. That shit still wrong. But if that don't show you how cooked, how crock-potted, how baked, how panini grilled the Diddy monster is, ain't nothing gonna show you. I ain't never, man. And let me tell you another thing that y'all probably noticing that everybody is now keying in on. Everybody talking about how horrible and how ragtag and what type of ragtag crew this legal defense and Diddy looking like. But y'all know, if y'all been following, y'all avid listeners to this podcast, I was saying this shit in September. If I'm lying, I'm flying, and I don't got wings. I'm not a bird, but it's like a little birdie told me back in September. Wasn't nobody saying that. This is why I tell y'all, I'm not just talking shit when I say I'm the best at this. I don't even watch nobody else's Diddy coverage for real. I like a couple people, but I don't, because I come in here and I say what I see. I don't talk about what everybody else talk about. Yeah, the news may break the same, but we don't break it the same. Because I'm always looking behind the story. I'm always looking in the back office, what's going on. And just like I said, now the whole world talking about the defense team just stealing Diddy's money. What are they doing? They looking like clowns. Well, I'm glad y'all all caught up with me, because I was saying this shit in September. And I was saying this shit in October, November. And here we are now in March, and everybody's just now saying it. This is why I'm glad, and we all glad we got the Flo Show No Filter, because we months ahead of everybody else. It's so boring. I'm gonna be honest. It's boring for me to watch a lot of this Diddy coverage, and I'll be looking like, oh, I can't believe y'all got to depend on this person for the Diddy coverage because they not talking about shit. But anyway, it just threw me. Or like my sister used to say, that just blew me. It blew me when they literally said out their mouth or on text or whatever, the piece of paper, whatever you want to call it, that one of their reasons was CNN sped up the footage to make it look worse. Man, I don't got time for Diddy and this Three Stooges ass legal defense he putting on right now. Let me get into this article because I told you I don't got time for Diddy and his lawyers, man. So this comes from the Deadline, and it says the headline is Diddy slams CNN for allegedly altering Cassie Ventura beating footage. Cable newser destroyed original video, rapper claims. So let's check it out. Headed on trial, Sean Diddy Combs on Thursday made a very bold move by defending himself and accusing the mainstream media of peddling fake news. Now, the one who's saying that the media peddling fake news, remember, this is the one who was beating the hell out of Cassie on tape. And prior to us seeing that tape, his ass said that Cassie was lying and it was just a money grab and they were just trying to get his money. Then CNN dropped that tape. And we all seen Diddy kicking, throwing vase, throwing Cassie, acting like a pure maniac. And then what did he do? He said, oh shit, I'm busted. Then he gets his old POS ass in front of that camera, wherever he was. And y'all remember he dropped that crocodile teared infested apology for something he said he didn't do. And he said it was a dark time in the darkest and it was a dark time. You know, Diddy got a limited vocabulary. Everything is I don't know, somebody taught him dark time and he uses that, he overuses that term. If you remember, he said something about the dark times when he called out Cassie on the BET thing, but I ain't even gonna go into that. He said, I apologize for the dark times. I can't say what about that. Whatever. But nigga, you said you didn't do it. Now you apologizing. Now after you apologizing, now you swinging back around and blasting CNN. So let me get this straight, Diddy. You the one on tape kicking and stomping a woman that's the size of my pinky, yet you blasting motherfuckers about putting it out here. Man, some people be right where they at for a reason. Let's continue. I'm telling you, I ain't got time. He got me so pissed off this morning just about this whole situation. Not even this, just all kind of news is pissing me off right now. That's why, and I don't like it, is my term that I coined in the whole world loving it, because right now, it's a lot of stuff you cannot like. So it really fit for whatever you don't like. But anyway, in a big swing, as he faces life behind bars, Diddy is attacking the hotel security footage of him seemingly beating his then girlfriend, Cassie Ventura, in 2016. The defense has confirmed through a forensic video analysis of the CNN footage that the government provided to this court and of the footage provided by CNN in response to the defense subpoena that all CNN video footage was substantially altered in significant respects, states a joint letter to Judge Aram Subramanian. Goes on. This includes covering the timestamp, and then changing the video sequence. It also includes, hold on. Let me stop there, y'all. We got to stop the press on that. They covered the timestamp and they changed the video sequence. So he didn't stomp her first. He punched her first. He didn't throw the vase at her after he threw her. He threw her first, then he threw the vase. See, that's why I just don't need, man, do y'all hear this defense? Am I the only one that read this and this sound silly? Let me continue. They uploaded the footage, put it in a free editing software, altered the video, then destroyed the original footage, even though they knew about and repeatedly reported about the federal investigation. Risking conceding the narrative to Combs and his relentless Mark Agnifilio and Garagos, Tenny Garagos, remember we talked about yesterday, this attorney Garagos' dad is being sued for fraud and stealing hundreds of thousands of dollars. CNN was initially silent on the alteration claims. However, Newser pretty unequivocally made a statement saying CNN never altered the video and did not destroy the original copy of the footage, which was retained by the source. A spokesperson for the Warner Brothers Discovery-owned outlet said Thursday. CNN aired the story about the video several months before Combs was arrested. Now, this is another incident where the corruption that surrounds Mr. Mohawk Diddy knows no bounds. And what I mean by that is, who is this forensic specialist who has determined that this video was altered? When in fact, CNN has come out and says it was not altered. Who is the genius who said the video was destroyed? Because CNN is saying it was not destroyed. So again, this is just more proof that Diddy is surrounded by a corrupt-ass legal team. And birds of a feather, what I always say, birds of a feather flock wherever. And I know it ain't the way to go, but you know, I'll be making up my own shit. You got to be careful. Birds of a feather flock wherever. And if you see Diddy and you see guys with suits around them, they just another version of Diddy. And the more stuff comes out, the more we know why the one, I don't care about he talking about, they say he was a Fed and this and that. Nah, I'm saying it right here. The reason why that lawyer left is because he didn't want to be a part of this bullshit. Because no real lawyer want to be a part of this. This defense is all over the place. Now y'all coming out talking about a video. Who has more reason to lie? The guy facing life in prison who is currently in prison, or CNN who free as a bird, who don't have a care in the world, who they're not going to prison. They don't have hundreds of years looking at them dead in the face. So the way my brain works, I believe the person who ain't got no reason to lie. if I'm picking and choose, if I gotta see, let me see who I'm gonna believe in this scenario. Since I wasn't there, I don't know what the hell happened. So then I look at it and say, who would I believe? Well, Diddy is looking at life in prison. He's currently in prison, and he won't even $50 million won't even get him out right now. Or with CNN lie, who at the very worst, they would have money to pay out or something if they did some wrong. So, like I said, Diddy and his people are trying to throw stuff against the wall, seeing if it'll stick. Well, how about this? The prosecution, they ready to start selecting a jury in April. You remember all that Diddy and them wanted a speedy trial, and they wanted to hurry up with the trial, and even the lawyer that left said another reason he left is he was thinking that they needed more time to prepare. And I'm talking about Diddy's legal defense team. And then what happened? They said, no, we need to do this now. So that was one of the reasons why the lawyer quit. Go back and read the article. Now, Diddy's team, they want to start the jury selection process on May 5th. On May 5th. When the trial is supposed to be starting. The prosecution is ready to do opening arguments May 5th, like it's supposed to. But Diddy and his legal team, who pushed for a speedy trial and said they were ready and they were ready to do it as fast as possible. Now all of a sudden they changing their tune. They just going back and forth. Oh, you want to hurry up and wait. Now they trying to drag it on. That's what I'm saying. When you look at it, they are operating like used car salesmen. Moment to moment. Big changes, moment to moment. Wherever the wind blow, that's where they at. I'm not impressed. I wasn't impressed in September, and they ain't doing nothing but proving me right more and more. So yeah, CNN had to come out and be like, they literally just this morning told Celebrity News and US Weekly, CNN denies altering video of Diddy attacking Cassie. They had to come out and say this. Now this is in articles this morning. So now where does that leave Diddy? Because another thing that's going on, another red flag going on with Diddy and the rest of his cronies. Prosecution has sent over tons and tons and tons of discovery to the defense. But the defense haven't sent them shit as of yet. That's another red flag and a problem. So the prosecution sent that to the courts, letting them know we have sent all type of discovery to the defense, and they're supposed to be sending us stuff. They haven't sent us one thing yet. That's more used car salesman stuff. Let's not send them shit to the last minute, because we got an uphill battle. All of this shit is gonna backfire. I'm telling y'all now. When you rub people the wrong way, I'm talking about judges, jurors, anybody involved. When you rubbing people the wrong way and thinking that you smarter than everybody when you doing the dumbest shit, it always backfire. And I ain't just talking about the Diddy trial. I'm talking about in life. You think you fooling everybody, you ain't fooling nobody. I remember having been told that as a kid. Mama say, you think you slick. I know everything you doing before you do it. You stand there as a kid looking all stupid. because you done just been caught in a bold-faced lie. I remember I was supposed to wear my glasses when I was 7 years old. I got my first pair of glasses, and probably I think it was my last pair of glasses too. My mom told me, make sure you have your glasses on, boy. You know, put your glasses on. My mom and dad just paid that money for glasses. I left out. I put them things on, looked in the mirror. I say, no way in hell I'm gonna be caught in school with these glasses on. So I had them glasses on. When I left the house, I put them glasses in the book bag, and they didn't come back out until I came home and realized I didn't have them on. They was in my book bag. My mom said, why you ain't wear your glasses all day? I said, no, I did have them on. She said, well, she grabbed my book bag. My glasses was in, I didn't even know they had broke. They was in 4 or 5 different pieces in my book bag. My mom pulled them out and said, well, how'd you show me how you wore them? I was stuck. I was looking like the diddler. And so this is the same type of thing. This is like you telling obvious lies. In this case, it's serious. This ain't nothing to play with. This is sex trafficking, racketeering, RICO. This ain't a traffic ticket. This ain't loitering. This is serious. And I'm even surprised. I'm even surprised on how terrible, for all the money he's spending and for as smart as Diddy's supposed to be, I'm even surprised at some of this shit that they trying to do. Even Cassie had to come out and make a statement. Cassie came out saying, I'm disappointed, basically. I'm paraphrasing. But basically, I'm disappointed that someone would say the video was altered or slowed down and try to get that and use that as a way to say this shouldn't be admitted in court. Even Cassie and her attorney had to come out and say something, and we haven't even heard from her or her attorney in a while. They've been living their best life, her and her new family, and then they got to keep reliving this, and then she got to come out and see that they still talking about this video, and I'm on video. Somebody, let me put myself in them shoes. I'm on video getting the mess beat out of me, and the person who did it talking about they sped up the fucking video. Oh, really? That's what we focusing on? The speed of the video? And that's why she came out and said Diddy claims are total BS. Cassie Ventura's lawyer, this is from TMZ, saying, this is Cassie words, Diddy claims are total BS. Cassie Ventura, her lawyer, is calling BS on Diddy's claim that the video of him beating her up in the hotel is edited. And her attorney says he's sure the footage will be admitted into evidence. I'm pretty sure too. Douglas Wigdorf tells TMZ, it's not surprising Diddy would make a disingenuous argument to exclude the disturbing video from being shown to the jury in the upcoming trial. Cassie's attorney goes on to say, I am confident that the video fairly and accurately represents what happened and will be admitted into evidence. And Diddy will be held accountable for the depravity. Now they gotta come out speaking. It's so crazy. Diddy playing so many games. I'm just in disbelief. I've never seen such what you want to call it, incompetence or shadiness or whatever at the top. I already didn't trust nobody, and I already don't trust the system, and I already don't trust a lot of lawyers. And this shit ain't making it no better. This is real live people playing games at a high level. And we talking about serious stuff going on right now. We talking about grape, essay, sexual assault. We talking about some of the worst, trifling, horrific stuff that you could even do to a human being that's being alleged in this case. And we talking about the fucking speed of a fucking video. If that don't sound as stupid as me saying I had my glasses on when they in 4 different pieces in the bottom of my book bag under all my books. If that ain't sounding just as stupid, I don't know what is. The only difference was I was 7 years old. I was supposed to say stupid shit. I didn't know shit yet. I wasn't 50 something, 60 something. I wasn't an adult. I ain't had kids. I didn't have kids acting like a kid. I was a kid. So when I see this is why I always make a joke, but I always say, Diddy wouldn't be in these shoes if he was raised in my family. My family been would have checked a lot of this type of entitlement, lack of accountability, which, like I said, ain't gonna make it worse for Diddy. Because in my mind, and it's just me guessing, this is just me speculating a little bit. But if Diddy had if he came genuine and had a real and put up a real defense with the money he got, I could see him maybe getting off with maybe 10 to 15 years. And a lot of people be pissed off about that. But the fact that he want to throw shit against the wall and see what stick and kind of run his own legal defense, and he got all these used car salesmen, lawyers around him, he gonna get that 25 to life. He gonna get that 25 to life because he making it even worse. He making it easy on the prosecution. All this time, and you coming with the video slower. Now also waiting to see what they're gonna do about this jury selection. From what I saw online, I was trying to double check it, but they were saying Diddy want to go through 300 jurors the first day and another 300 the next day, so almost 600. Now, I don't blame him for that. If you follow cases and you follow trials, most of what they say is a lot of times you win or lose on jury selection. So I'm not surprised that they're putting so much emphasis or being so strategic on the jury selection. I still don't know if I've ever heard interviewing 600 or more jurors. I don't know. Y'all let me know. I never saw that. But like I said, that's something I'm not blame. I can't blame any defense for trying to be extra strategic on the juror selection, because that's where your fate is a lot of time. But I'm still, when I was reading it, I'm like, wow, I don't think I ever seen anything like that. So I'm waiting to see how that comes out or how that turns out. Are they going to do the jury selection in April so they can be ready to actually start the trial, opening arguments May 5th? Or are they going to push the jury selection to May 5th, which is going to push the actual start time of the trial back a couple weeks or so or whatever? So I'll be waiting. I think they might have another court date today later on if they still need it. And if they do, I'll try to report. If it's something significant, I'll try to report it and upload it probably on my subscriber only content later today. If it's nothing significant or nothing happened, then I won't do it. But I'll be keeping an eye because there's a lot of stuff up in the air when it comes to this Diddy guy. And speaking of up in the air, Jay-Z, Tony Busby, and these shady private investigators that I called out yesterday that I said, we got to pay attention to them. I ain't even talking about Jay-Z right now. I didn't have a good feeling about those private investigators, and damn it, was I not right. So we're going to talk about that. But before we get into the, we got to take a break and give credit to the people that make this podcast go. They make this podcast, they keep the lights on. And I'm talking about the subscribers and the shoppers. So let's take a moment to give them their flowers. I got 3 subscribers to shout out, 2 of them. So let's start with Brad. Brad did a $3 donation. So everybody clap it up for Brad. Say hello or say thank you to Brad in the chat. Brad, I appreciate you for keeping truth alive and understanding that we got to support each other if we want to be having this edgy, unbiased news that just brings the truth. Because it's I'm a last of a dying breed. So I appreciate you. Katie, thank you for the $3 donation. Katie, everybody thank Katie. Katie understands it that what we trying to do here and what we are doing, we are in the top, like I told y'all the other day, top 5% podcast. As an independent, only 5% of podcasts get to 100,000. We'll be there next week. Come on, y'all. Clap it up for us. Independent, top 5%. Y'all know the sponsors want to pay me off and have me on this bitch talking about the sky is blue and the trees is green. The leaves are green. They want me talking about shit like that. And they want to give me a handful of money to do that. And I'm like, nah. Because I wouldn't do that. I ain't wake up in the morning to talk about some bubblegum shit. If I'm waking my ass up at 5 in the morning, 4 in the morning to get ready for this show, we're going to be talking about some real shit. So I appreciate the subscribers and the shoppers. And subscriber of the day, doing a $20 subscription is my girl Sheena. Sheena, Bobina. Thank you. Now, I don't know who Sheena is, but I'm thanking her. And I appreciate her. Sheena says she's going to help keep truth alive. And if you ain't subscribed yet, what you waiting for? You waiting for me to be gone? Then it's going to be too late. So subscribe now. It's in the subscription link to Buzzsprout. Also, if you have any problem with your subscription, if it don't work to your device or anything like that, reach out to Buzzsprout support at buzzsprout.com. That's support at buzzsprout.com. They will take care of you. They are a great company. I love them because they give fast service and they actually give you humans. So when you email them, you will be talking to humans. Like back in the day, it feels so old school. You know, everything is AI driven now. So I appreciate it. And the shopper of the day grabbed her And I Don't Like It hoodie. Linda, everybody give it up for Linda. Linda, thank you for dropping the And I Don't Like It, shopping at andidon'tlikeit.com, where we got hoodies. We got the headbands coming. We got t-shirts. Everybody's buying the black Flo Show No Filter hoodie and the black And I Don't Like It hoodie. Those are the 2 top sellers. We got coffee mugs and all type of stuff. And today, the black And I Don't Like It shirt drops today. The black t-shirt. If you've been shopping on there or you've been on the site, we didn't have a black And I Don't Like It. The black And I Don't Like It drops today. So if you want a black And I Don't Like It t-shirt, go on there and cop. And I'm gonna put something on the special Friday sale today. You have to go to the site and see. But I'm gonna put something on the list gonna be knocked off pretty significantly for anybody, any random shopper that goes on there on Friday and take advantage of the sale. I appreciate everybody on that. And everybody out there listening, whether you paying, subscribing, if you just watching for free, I appreciate you. Continue to share the podcast and do whatever you've been doing. Because whatever y'all been doing, been working. Keep doing it. Keep sharing it. Keep letting people know where you're going to get the real story at. And not only just the real story, but a pretty good guesstimation of what's about to come. Because I've been on point. Y'all know it. I've been calling it out left and right. And speaking of calling it out left and right, we got to get into this Jay-Z mess. This crazy, embarrassing ass situation between Jay-Z and Busby. I told you it was a crappy situation, and it has got worse. So we know yesterday, when I uploaded the podcast yesterday, the most recent news about the Jay-Z situation was that they had a video, or they had an audio, I should say. They had an audio, and we talking about the Jay-Z case, you know, the 13-year-old and Jay-Z and Diddy, that she said that they were involved in. She dismissed it. And a lot of people was wondering, was she lying, telling the truth, what's up? That's the case we're talking about. So yesterday, when I uploaded the podcast, the newest info was that they had a tape saying that she said that Tony Busby made her do it, basically pushed her to involve Jay-Z. And also another recording where she said that Jay-Z didn't do anything, but he was there. And if you remember, I said, okay, so as far as the courts, we're going to take the courts at their word. That's the only thing we can do. And so I was like, I'm not even talking about Jay-Z today, because everybody got up in arms, and people immediately said, I knew she was lying, or, you know, Jay-Z shady. You know, everybody went, but no. And see, this is what I'm good at. See, I don't let people off the hook. So while everybody was screaming about Jay-Z yesterday and screaming about the alleged victim, I was the only one calling out the private investigators. The only one. Nobody was talking about them. Everybody was either saying, I knew the chick was lying, or they were saying, you know, Jay-Z shady, I don't believe anything. You know, those were the two opinions that everybody were running with yesterday. And I said, look, why these private investigators sound like Craigslist motherfuckers? They sound like somebody that I would call from Craigslist, and they say they're a private investigator, and they show up in my house looking like a bum, looking like they don't even take care of themselves, but they private investigators. Y'all know them Craigslist people. Back in the day, they say they do this, they say they do that, and shit. They show up at your house, you be mad you gave them your address. I remember I was contracting. I was working renovating houses, and sometimes I would have to call somebody at the last minute because somebody didn't show up. So I would go on Craigslist, and I would say, oh, they do siding, let me call this company. You know, they look official online. Man, I get there, it was four of the raggediest, craziest looking motherfuckers ever. I was mad I even gave my address. I showed them the job and told them I'll let them know if I ever need them. I couldn't wait for them to leave. They had me calling my cousins, making sure they was around the corner. I didn't know what these guys were on, but they were supposed to be professional siding guys. They were supposed to do siding. They just looked like four crazy motherfuckers to me. And so that's what I'm saying about this private investigator. I'm good at reading stuff, even just in their talk, the way they sounded when they talked, the way the dog was barking while all this going on, the way we were getting 5 to 10 second little increments of whatever, all that shit was red flags to me. See, I was raised in a house where you had to get up early in the morning to get some shit over on my folks. And I know everybody believe that, but I'm going to stand 10 toes. I come from a family who don't miss shit. And now I see why they didn't, because I got it. When I listen to an audio, or I see something, or I read a story, the truth just comes to me. So when I was listening to that audio, just the fact of how I know how dogs bark when shit ain't right. And that dog was in the background. Now you gonna tell me this person dog going crazy, which lets me know the owner is not comfortable. We all got dogs. when strangers show up and that dog know that you ain't feeling them strangers, that dog will not stop barking no matter why, no matter what's going on. And guess another thing that I peeped. If she was comfortable with them, she would have put her dog away or been somewhere where you couldn't even hear the dog. Because that's how you do when you're showing some respect of welcome guests at your home. Am I lying? See, this is how my brain works. This is why they can't fuck with me, because I see shit and know what happened. I don't have to be there. Because I know protocol and I know human nature. And if she was comfortable with them being there, the dog would have been put up. And if that confession was a true confession, we would have a long 2, 3, 4, 2 minute, 3 minute of the whole conversation. So we could get a feel for what made her say that and explain. But if you getting quick little, yes, he did this and did, that's some doctored shit. That's some manipulated shit. And Jay-Z's attorney got caught up because he said, this is Jay-Z's attorney. If you remember the article just not a couple days ago, he said she was calm. She wasn't fearful. She wasn't fearing her life. He made it seem like they was like in a fucking library just going over documents and everybody's feeling good. Then she has to come out. And before she even came out and said it, though, what did I say on yesterday's podcast? See, my shit dropped at 7:30 in the morning. She hadn't even responded yet. And I said, this is just me talking, but I said, with that dog barking, with the way that they had those little excerpt, little 2 seconds, she said this, 3 seconds, she said, I said, I don't trust that shit. And I said, I don't trust the private investigators. And now I'm going to take it a step further on what I think really happened. Now that the world kind of catching up, I already said this before she came out and said, you could tell she was under duress. And if you couldn't tell she was under duress, all you had to do was close your eyes, picture you a little woman, and you're a Jane Doe, and multiple motherfuckers come to your door talking about they private investigators and talking about the Jay-Z case, and you supposed to be anonymous. She might have shitted herself. Think about it. You're supposed to be anonymous. You're already paranoid because you're going at a 3 times billionaire. But not only that, you're anonymous, and then all these raggedy looking private investigators show up. And now they're going to come to me with a confession when dogs barking, with y'all leading the witness, leading her to say shit. That tape didn't do nothing for me. That audio didn't do nothing for me. And that's why I told you yesterday. But I said, hey, I'm not putting myself above the courts. Courts dismissed Jay-Z. So I got to go with that. But I'm going to tell you what happened. Because I looked at the documents. They were at her home, I believe on the 20th or 21st, which is the same day Jay-Z said he learned about who she was or whatever. I believe it was somewhat of a bounty put up, meaning there was a dollar amount paid to get that confession or to get her to sign some paperwork. Y'all know that she didn't sign shit. So which is why once they got it dismissed, Jay-Z and his legal team fucked up. I ain't even get to that. This shit good. Y'all turn the volume up a little bit on this one. Because we ain't even hit the other. So Jay-Z is like, in the paperwork when it was dismissed or whatever, once she dismissed, it was in the paperwork that they were supposed to leave her alone, not bother her. It was all in their paperwork. That was part of the agreement. And did I tell y'all that there was actually a settlement? I ain't even mentioned that yet. Oh, that's why I told you to turn the volume up. This one of those episodes. And so the lawyer, not only was it in the paperwork that they wasn't supposed to bother her, they did. They went right after that dismissal, and that's when they went fucking with her with all them private investigators. But I'm going to tell you, y'all know why that happened? Jay-Z put up some money. And it's just me speculating now. This ain't no article. This is Flo just guessing. Jay-Z put up some money for the private investigators or the lawyer, for whoever could probably get her to sign something or give him some audio evidence. They probably got a certain fee for the dismissal, but there was probably more money for that, which is why they went over there with their thirsty asses and intimidated her and manipulated in some way to get some type of confession so they could get that rest of that money. Now, I could be wrong, but damn it, I doubt it. Because I know how people move. I come from the street. I come from being around these I know how they move. And the way those private investigators, I could hear the thirst in their audio. They were thirsty to get some type of shit on audio so they could get some more money. I feel strongly about that. Now, y'all know I throw a lot of my opinions and my theories, and a lot of them be right. But this is one of the ones where I feel I'm standing 11 toes on it. Like, I really believe from reading the tea leaves that there was extra money put up. Not to mention that Diddy's lawyer and everybody came out and said the dismissal came with no settlement, when now we're finding out there was a settlement. Now, the details of that settlement are murky. Of course, I haven't found them say that it involved money, but there was some type of settlement, which anybody with common sense knows some type of money was passed around behind the scenes. But like I said, Jay-Z's lawyer put his whole credibility on the line. See, the reason why I turn my focus on the PI and the lawyer is because I know, look, Jay-Z is Jay-Z, but one thing about the person with the money, they can hide their hand. Jay-Z he don't have to put himself out there. He got the money. So all he got to say is, hey, I got $250,000, or I got $100,000, or I got $50,000 for a confession. And he can go about his business. He can go play with Blue. He can go make a rap song. He can go to the studio. And then what happens is now you got these thirsty lawyers or these thirsty private investigators willing to do whatever the fuck they need to do to get a confession. And that is what I believe happened here. It makes too much sense. The lady even said, the person supposed to be anonymous, she said they showed up to her door. And she said, how is it? She said, why are you all here? Basically. And they said, this is to help you. And then she said, how is this going to help me? And then they took that. She said, how is this going to help me? When they said outside, when they ran into her and said, we're going to help you. We trying to help you. But they, in the audio, put the how is this going to help me in a whole different place. So the audio was altered, allegedly, is what she's saying. And she was fearing for her life because she said she was about to leave, and that's how they caught her. So was these bastards just hanging outside, waiting for her to leave the house so they could ambush her with all these questions and audio tape, and they got Jay-Z's money on their mind? So I'm about to tell y'all another thing now. Pay attention to these private investigators, because they about to be famous in a minute, and it ain't gonna be in a good way. Watch. Because now people are starting to pay them attention now and say, hold up. Now people starting to pay attention to who is this private investigator company that we aren't even looking into. We just taking what they say and we taking their evidence as the gospel. Why? Can somebody tell me that? It's been too much going on. And it's like I told you, it's embarrassing because you got these billionaires playing dirty pool, and then you got people working check to check or living check to check, trying to pay their bills or trying to make a living, and you got these vultures, private investigators running up on this poor woman. They wouldn't run up on me. I promise you the private investigators wouldn't run up on me. I promise you the private investigators wouldn't be sitting outside my door for me to walk out so they could harass me. They did this to a woman because she a woman. And like I told y'all yesterday, what did I say? I didn't hear no male voice. I don't see much of a male presence, but I hear a dog. In my mind, she was there by herself with her dog. Can I say that? Do I know that for a fact? No, I don't. But if there was a man around that really could kind of protect her or at least give her some backup, I believe that they would be speaking or they would have been somewhere around you to kind of heard from them. So that's another part of the story I don't like. I don't like it. I don't like that. That's like Bush League. That's like bullying. Why these private investigators ain't ran up on none of the male victims, or why they ain't run up on Gene Deal. Gene Deal saying all type of shit. I ain't heard about no private investigators running up on him. Pay attention. Just pay attention. That's why when people don't sometimes they don't understand what I'm pissed about. Like they get so caught up in the Jay-Z and the Diddy. I don't focus on them. Like I'll call out Diddy for his shit that I don't like. Jay-Z is still in the air. He ain't been brought up on charges, but I'll give my opinion. But it's bigger than that. It's the system. It's the private invest. It's everybody that's getting away with shit. I call them all out on the Flo Show No Filter. That is the difference. Most people just get caught up in the names and the Diddy and the Jay-Z and the Busby. No. Call out them private investigators. 2. Call out the system. Call out everybody. Don't let nobody slide. Cut no slack. Too many things have come out in this Tony Busby, Jay-Z. If you read the docs and you read what the Jay-Z accuser, when she explains what actually went on, it will piss you off even more. She said every chance she could, she let them know that she didn't want them there. Now, she said she didn't plainly say it because she was scared. And I can understand that. But she said she didn't welcome them at all. They just intruded. They were aggressive. And what did I say yesterday? That's what it sounded like to me. And as much as we hate Jay-Z, or not, I ain't say we hate Jay-Z, but as far as this situation, a lot of people were upset at Jay-Z as some of the way he handled it, plus what they think he did in the past and all that. But in this situation, I believe Jay-Z's money, so he plays a part. But it's this thirsty ass lawyer and this thirsty ass private investigator that we also got to hold accountable too. Jay-Z's lawyer sat up there and said she was cool, calm, collected, no fear and all that. How did you fucking know? You wasn't there, but you speaking as if you were there. You didn't give us no receipts. You didn't give us no video to look at so we can see for ourselves. Oh yeah, she is calm. She is cool. And now Jay-Z's attorney has basically his whole credibility is in question now. His whole credibility is in question. Another thing. Now we wait. Because the word on the street is Jay-Z's accuser. She said she ready to take the stand. Word on the street is she's so pissed off about how it all went. It could be some criminal coming out of this. And she said she ready to take the stand. So this getting ugly, y'all. And every time you think one side has the upper hand, 5 minutes later, they ass cooked. So did Jay-Z pay and put a bounty? Did Jay-Z put a bounty and say, hey, I got X amount of dollars and gave it to the lawyer or told the lawyer, whatever. I need a confession. I need some paperwork. I need some extra. You know, Jay-Z got to make his investors feel good and feel comfortable. Because that, to me, is the only thing that would explain why why the private investigators would double back. And after they got a dismissal, go back to the house and harass this girl some more. I can't make this stuff up, and I don't like it at all. At all. But one thing I do like is that the fact that, see, when I said my take yesterday, ain't nobody had no take on the situation yet because she hadn't spoke out, and none of that, she hadn't spoke out yet. And I'm just glad that I'm one of those people that I'm gonna tell it straight like it is. I don't give a shit what nobody else saying. Because as the day went on, you would have thought I made my podcast after she came out and said everything she said. You would have thought I made yesterday's podcast at the end of the night after all the news came. But no, my shit was in first thing in the morning. But I had already said it sounded chaotic. It already sounded like it already sounded like she was in fear. It already sounded with the dog barking, it didn't make sense. It already sounded like they coerced her and y'all heard of the phrase leading the witness. All of that was going on. And I'm like, I'm not trying to just bash a taped confession, but all taped confessions aren't equal. And this tape confession just didn't do it for me. It was too much going on. And it was also coming from a bullshit source. Some Craigslist ass private investigators. Some private investigators that if I called a private investigating team that I wanted and they showed up at my door, talking the way they talk, sounding the way they sounded, I would have told their ass to kick rocks with flip-flops. They don't even sound professional. So excuse me if I didn't believe their fucking video, their audio. And then next thing I know, yesterday, so much shit that I said came out exactly how I said it after the alleged victim spoke out. I had to fuck around and listen to my podcast again yesterday at like 6 p.m. And I said, Flo, they say you the best for a reason. Because God gave me the same ability that my mama and my grandmama had, where they could read it. They could know how much money was in your pocket. You ain't ever even showed them. I don't even know how. I remember I used to go to the amusement park. Mom, give me $50. When I come back, my mom know I had $8 left. I don't know how. My mama just know how I spend money. Intuition like a motherfucker. And it was passed down to your boy Flo. And I'm using it for the Flo Show No Filter because they can't get shit past me. I'm sorry. I ain't taking no tape confession from a woman who was supposed to be Jane Doe when multiple private investigators run up on her and the dog going crazy and they leading her in that, saying this and saying that. I just ain't accepting that. A tape confession with me, I got to see her calmly sitting down or hear a calm, quiet environment, hear full context, nice conversation. Then I would have bought it. But a dog going crazy, multiple private investigators talking at the same, back to back. We got this one lady trying to defend herself and then they chopping it up and all type of shit. I'm not buying that. I just ain't buying it. So we're going to see how this shit shake out. It ain't over yet, like I told y'all. They talking about Jay-Z or the legal team or the lawyers or somebody. They talking about this shit about to get criminal. Maybe. It ain't been confirmed yet. But it's a lot of people saying that this Jay-Z, Tony Busby situation is about to get criminal. And I'm going to be watching like a motherfucking hawk. Because this is this one for the ages. Like, I ain't seen nothing like this. But we're going to continue to watch it. I'm going to continue to bring it to you. And I'm going to continue to be ahead of everybody else. And I've been quiet and humble about it for a long time, but it's getting to the point where, man, I'm calling it out too early. I got to make it known. And so Monday is St. Patrick's Day. Will there be a Flo Show No Filter episode Monday? Hell fucking yeah. And I'm going to have my green on. So I see y'all Monday. Enjoy y'all weekend. I love y'all. But I'm out. Breakfast Crew, what it do? Another one in the books. Another one in the books. If I didn't, hey y'all, did I not call out that whole Jay-Z accuser situation? Happy, yeah, we're gonna celebrate St. Patrick's Day Monday. I'm coming in on work on Monday. I might be drunk Monday. Don't judge. Don't judge me Monday. I might be celebrating St. Patrick's Day with a beer. I might be enjoying it with a beer. A green beer. Thank you, Amy. Thank you, Amy. I read that. It was too much going on. It was way too much going on for me to believe that confession was 100. They were just thirsty to get their hands on some extra cash. I'm telling y'all. There was extra money put up for some type of tape confession or some type of signed document. And that's why them private investigators was so thirsty. I'm telling y'all. I 100% believe that with all my heart. And that shit came out the same day as right after my podcast. Everything I said came right out. Which to me, it was common sense. It was common sense. Let me get this real quick. Let me get Spotify let me get Spotify uploaded and give me 1 second. Okay. All right, as Spotify and Apple get loaded, what's y'all thoughts? Thank you, Shauna. You know I ain't coming to play with them. Thank you, y'all. Thank you. Appreciate it, Lauren. Thank you, Kobe Wan Shinobi. Yeah, that girl, you can't, that girl's paranoid. Shit, I would be paranoid if I was suing Jay-Z for something like this, and I'm supposed to be anonymous, and then I got private investigators, multiple, not even, I would even have more respect if it was just one. But you got multiple private investigators hawking over, breathing all over this young lady, and you think I'm supposed to take that confession or take your audio to the bank? Fuck out of here. You can fool them, but you can't fool me. You can't fool me. You can fool them. Yeah, that dog was tripping. That dog don't sound like shit was calm. That dog sound like it was a problem. So I'm like, man, but then we got this jury situation going on. We got this juror situation going on. I'm trying to see, look at the Diddy docket. Trying to pull up the Diddy docket, y'all, as we wait for the thing. And I'm gonna tell you, I want to go a little bit more into what they got going on with this jury situation. And go a little bit more in depth into that. Oh, another thing I didn't even have time to go into. Like they said that Tony Busby. Sorry to I didn't see this, Jay, but I'll check it out. I didn't see that, but thanks for this Wi-Fi is annoying. Saying that Flo, you seen the 4,000 files Ali Carter is letting go on Telegram about the elites. I haven't seen it, but I encourage everybody, if it's out there, to check it out. See what you think. I'm definitely gonna check it out. Definitely, Jay. Appreciate you giving me that info. So let's see. Where is the Diddy 300 jurors? So we got the 300 jurors. So they want 300 jurors proposed on May 5th. So they want 300 jurors and a questionnaire. If they can't do it in April, they're going to do it May 5th. They want to do it on May 5th. So they trying to push it back, y'all. I don't know what they're trying to do, to be honest. But if they wanted a speedy trial, why would you push the jury selection back further? I don't get that. I think they have a court date. Let's see when the next Diddy court date is. Because they were saying they were going to have one to, what's today's date? The 14th. I thought it was supposed to be a court date today. Well, we'll see. But this whole Diddy situation is getting serious. We're getting closer to subscription. They said, and this is in the declaration of the Jane Doe. They said that Miss Henderson states that I confirmed the fact that I was, in fact, the Jane Doe plaintiff in the New York lawsuit. I did so not intentionally, but out of surprise. When Henderson and Butler confronted me at my house and asked me if I was Jane Doe, I exclaimed in response, "How did you know it was me?" Or words to that effect, because I was shocked and taken aback at being located and approached at my house. Paragraph 5 and 6 of the Henderson Declaration that stated that I was calm and relaxed and did not appear scared or intimidated. She said, I cannot testify as to what Mr. Butler or Miss Henderson actually observed, but I was not in any way calm, natural, or at ease. This is straight from the recent filing. I was shocked, and that shock is the only reason that I engaged in conversation with Henderson and Butler for any period of time whatsoever. All of this stuff she explaining is all of what I said yesterday, before this came out, before we was aware of this. Paragraph 7 states that at no point in our interaction did Ms. Doe request to be left alone. She says that is completely misleading. I may not have used the words "leave me alone," but I told both investigators that they needed to leave. As soon as I had figured out who they were and managed to gather my wits, I told them that they needed to leave. Did they ask leave? No. That's trespassing. Paragraph 7. Paragraph 9. She said, If it is true that I told Henderson that I saw a Facebook advertising from the Ava Law Group concerning Sean Combs, she said, I never told Henderson anything about the purported facts recited in that paragraph. So all that stuff they saying she said she ain't say none of that shit. She said, I never told Henderson that Mr. Carter did not sexually assault me. She said, I never made any such statements to Henderson or any other person. She said she never said it. And this is the big one right here, y'all. This is the big banger right here. Affidavit of Attorney Mark reveals details of the agreement with Jay-Z's attorney, Alex Spiro. It appears Spiro broke the agreement, broke the settlement. Check this out. This is instead of, listen to this whole number 6 in this settlement. They deliberately disobeyed what was supposed to be done here. Check this out. Mr. Spiro and I eventually reached an understanding that the parties would agree to walk away, whereby they would drop all their disputes against each other and disengage from litigation in the interest of global peace. We negotiated and agreed to a phased withdrawal of the New York action, and our agreement is reflected in an email exchange dated February 4th, 2025. A true and correct copy of that February 4th, 2025 email exchange with Mr. Spiro is attached. As set forth Exhibit A, the agreement provided the withdrawal of the motion for sanctions in New York actions. It also called for the dismissal of New York action within 10 days. And this is the part that you need to pay attention to. A commitment by Carter and his attorneys that they will not authorize, employ, or otherwise engage investigators or anyone else to harass or otherwise interact with my client, his law firm, or his present or former clients, employees, and family. Ladies and gentlemen, they broke the agreement. You just heard it. This was before the incident between the private investigators and Jane Doe. So you can imagine how terrified she was, how fearful. I would have been scared. Hell, I'm going to keep it real. If I'm suing Jay-Z or somebody that powerful, and after we come to agreement, everything's supposed to be cool, I got private investigators on my ass, double and triple, quadruple teaming me, and they ain't even supposed to know who I am, and they at my house. I'm telling you now, don't come to my house. Do not come to my house. We going just don't come to my house. That's some people have some nerve, man. People have some nerve. You don't storm somebody's house. She ain't no criminal. You ain't the feds. You ain't got no search warrant. You ain't got no case, no reason. You got no reason to be blowing down on somebody's house and not leaving when they ask you to leave. Let's continue. What else did she say? She also says, when their initial demand letter failed to yield the financial windfall, they sought after Doe and Busby. They saying Busby pushed her towards going after Mr. Carter with a false story. But then we also have proof that the Ava Law Group, who initially did the intake for that Jane Doe, they already had Diddy and Jay-Z in the suit before it even got to Tony Busby's desk. Oh, the corruption runs deep. This rabbit hole of corruption is deep. And which is why I tell people, when you only focus your attention on the big names, when you only focus your attention on Jay-Z, or you only focus your attention on Tony Busby, you missing half the story. See, I don't know. I don't just focus on names. I had somebody say something in the comments yesterday because they thought that because because Diddy's tape, because they thought Diddy's tape was not going to be shown, and they left a message. This is a perfect example of how lost people can be. So they thought because they were claiming that CNN destroyed the tape and all of that. So that some people thought that was going to mean that Diddy about to get off. I don't know why they thought that, but people, whatever. So anyway, so this particular person leaves a comment, says, "Oh, well, I guess you haven't heard, but CNN just gave Puff his freedom by destroying Cassie's tape. All that work you put in trying to destroy him, now give it a few months and that man will be home in house arrest, eventually winning the case." I don't give a fuck if I am for justice, whatever that looks like. And see, that's the difference between me and a lot of different podcasters, or even different people that just be in the comments. They get so caught up in all these names. I don't give a fuck about no names. All I focus on justice, and all I do is focus on the facts. I give my opinion, but I don't give a damn a rat's ass about Diddy. If he guilty, if he innocent, the judge and the jury gonna find that out. That ain't my job. A lot of people don't realize we might complain about the system, but it's a very complex system that has been running for hundreds and hundreds of years. And it's their job to look at all the testimony, to go through everything and determine what this defendant did wrong or what they didn't do wrong. See, that's other people that's rooting against or rooting for Diddy or against Diddy. That's why they losing. That's why I'm the best at this. I don't give a shit about no names. I pay attention to the facts. I give you my opinion. And I sit back and I let the court do what the fuck they get paid to do. I don't get paid to convict nobody. So I do what I get paid to do. I get paid to bring the facts, give y'all my opinions, give y'all all the facts. Y'all make your own opinions. But it's people like this that don't even understand what we doing. Talking about, and then he got all these laughing and happy. Like I'm on here like my life depend on if Diddy is guilty or not. I'm not the judge or the jury, so I don't care about that. But most people get so caught up in the names and the celebrity. That's all they pay attention to. You hear me? I'm calling out. I've already called out Diddy and Jay-Z for whatever they did or didn't do. But I don't just leave it at that. I'm probably the only one who really called out the private investigators early. I call out everybody. I'm not sitting here. I don't give a shit what happened to Diddy. Whatever happened to Diddy ain't going to feed or do nothing for my son. Whatever happened to Diddy ain't going to do nothing to my life. I'm here to present the facts. Whatever happens, happens. But of course, I'm going to give you my opinion. But the people who think that's because that person is caught up in Diddy. They don't care about the facts. All they care about is they are Team Diddy and they want to see Diddy get off. That's fine. That's your thing. But don't put that shit on me. I don't give a shit about Diddy or none of it. I'm not on here rooting for Diddy to go down. I'm rooting for justice for victims. Whatever that looks like, I don't know. That ain't my job. I'm not a juror. I'm not a judge. I'm not a lawyer. I'm just good. So when people leave comments like that, I'll be like, you don't even get it. I'm not rooting for or against nobody. I'm rooting for justice. I'm bringing the facts, and I'm going to give you my opinion. If I think a motherfucker guilty, I'm going to tell you I think his ass guilty. But that don't mean I'm rooting for anybody or anything. I'm not rooting. How that sound? I'm rooting for justice. I'm not. They got discovery, 400 files of discovery. I ain't looking at all that. I can't call out. I can't convict somebody, or I can't say somebody innocent or guilty. As far as a court of law, I can tell you what my opinion is. But when you get comments like that, it just lets you know how many people do get caught up in names. They don't care about the facts. They either hate Diddy, so they want to see him go down, or they love Diddy, so they want to see him get off. Those two crowds don't give a fuck about the facts and the evidence. Me, I'm not on none of that. I'm just about the evidence, what it looked like, and bringing it to y'all. Diddy don't feed my son. Diddy not going to give my son a graduation gift. I got to do that. So if you think I give a fuck about Diddy or my life depend on what happens to him, you got me fucked up, because it ain't that. I just want to see justice, and I feel for victims, and I want to see them get the justice that will make them feel better and see people held accountable, whatever that look like. I can't do that job. I can only do my job. And so I just wanted to share that with y'all, because that's what's going on in this world. You got people who so caught up in names, they either for somebody or against them based on the names. They don't give a shit about the evidence. That ain't me. I'm the opposite. All I care about is the evidence, and I give y'all my opinion based on the evidence. I don't give a fuck if it's Diddy or if it's Joe Blow down the street. I don't care if it's Jay-Z or the person at the gas station that I go pay for when I go buy my Powerades. There's all the same to me. What the fuck do the evidence say? That's all I care about. So don't put me in no category of no fucking cheerleader or nobody rooting for anything. I'm rooting for justice. That's what I root for. I root for a fair trial and accountability, and the courts do whatever the courts do. I'm not none of that. So I don't know what they're gonna do, or what. I don't even know what they're supposed to do according to the court of law. They looking at all the evidence. They looking at all the discovery, and they getting rules, and they explaining, the judge is explaining they're going to explain to the jurors, you know, what their job is and all of that. That's a whole system that's doing that. I wouldn't dare put like I can convict somebody or I can say somebody innocent. I'm not doing their job. So we're going to continue to bring the facts. If I think somebody guilty, I'm going to tell you if I think he guilty. If I think he innocent, I'm going to tell you somebody if I think somebody innocent. But that don't mean I'm rooting for anything. I'm rooting for justice on all the cases I cover. I don't take this shit personal. That's why I'm good at it. If you take this shit personal, you're going to be terrible at this job because you're not going to deal with the facts. You're just going to pick a side and just talk with emotion. That ain't what I do. So we're going to continue to dig in this. Like I said, this shit is getting heavy. Nick, people is going down. Oh, you do? Hey, Sasha, she got a shirt just like the one I have on. I think we all got one of these. Hey, Mini Me, she back. Everybody say hey to Mini Me. Mini Me is back, y'all. Hey, look, I got to put on the wrestler music. Hey, Mini Me back, y'all. Coming to the stage, you know how they do wrestling. Mini Me. How was it? She said she ain't like it. So Mini Me said she just got back from therapy and I don't like it. Well, we glad you back. We glad you back. Welcome back, Mini Me. Give us some news, Mini Me. Come on back. Come on, Mini Me. Come back and drop us a few stories before we get out of here. Yeah. I'm coming with the straight, no shirt, and I don't like it. Skims. I gotta come with the skims. I don't like it with your skin color. And I don't like it on there. What the heck? See, this the system. See that y'all see the early episode it got the upload canceled. This system be tripping sometimes, so now it's gonna be a little late. It ain't even my fault. That's what I say. If I'm late, it ain't even never my fault. It's the AI or the system. I don't know what it's doing, so I had to reload it. So make sure y'all remind me again in 10, 15 minutes. There we go. Mini Me back, y'all. The American airline plane, I think it was some, I don't know if it caught on fire. I know something crazy happened. And I seen a whole bunch of people standing on the wing of the plane. Mini Me, according to Mini Me, the American airline plane, and people are getting off on the wing of the plane. I saw that. That was crazy. Many me say Chuck Schumer should have stood his ground on the government shutdown. Yeah. Hey, look, now they all breaking that CNN has denied altering it. We already done did it. That's why I love having a morning show. We get to be the first ones. We get to be the first ones to break the news. Now they all just starting to post it, but we already talked about it. CNN denied altering the footage and say that wasn't the only copy. I told y'all Jasmine Crockett, I think she is the best thing going that the Democrat, that I think she got. Uh, Luigi Maggioni receives $36,500 from anonymous donation, the largest since his incarceration. Somebody just sent him $36,500 anonymously. So he up to well over $300,000 for Luigi. According to Mini-Me, the U.S. and Israel have reached out to officials of 3 East African governments to discuss using their territories as potential destinations for resettling Palestinians. I don't know what's going on, y'all, but this internet is acting crazy. According to Michelle, the car Elon sold to DT, uh, old Donnie, had 37 recalls. Damn. Good, good update, Michelle. The estate of deceased actor Gene Hackman is seeking to block the public release of the autopsy and investigative reports related to the deaths of Hackman and wife Bessie. I don't internet tripping, y'all. Put a 1 if you can hear me now. The internet is tripping. Oh, that's crazy. One of the recalls is when the car is in self-driving mode, it has potential of not stopping. That's pretty dangerous. That's pretty dangerous. Thanks, Lauren and Shauna. Internet tripping today. I don't know what the hell going on. But we're going to get through it. We're going to get through it. Thanks, guys. Make sure you like and share the live. Like and share the live. Make sure you subscribe. Tell everybody to subscribe. Check out the black and I don't like it t-shirt today. Yeah, so y'all, we got something to pay attention to for sure now. They saying CNN going off. Yeah, sorry guys, my doctor's called and told me my sister's. Oh, good. Everybody, good news. Everybody, that's good news. I'm glad, Mini Me, glad that your sister is doing much better. Everybody, make sure they check out The View. For the Mini Me. Thanks, Nadrima. Yes, Friday, right. Thank you, Nadrima. Appreciate that. Glad you enjoyed the show. Today, Angie Stone Service and Wendy might be on The View. Check it out. I'm going to try to watch Angie Stone Service somehow. If they show it, I'll definitely be watching it today. Hey, I'm going, we Flo Show No Filter going to Australia. So Mini Me says an Australian man in his 40s lived for a record 105 days with a titanium heart before receiving a donor heart transplant. On my birthday, March 6th. Wow. He lived with a fake heart and got his real heart on my birthday. Ain't that a blessing? Yeah, we all happy to hear that, Mona. We all glad to hear your sister doing better. I'm sure we all prayed for it. I'm sure, Mona, I know you prayed. And glad to see that it's turning out all right. Definitely. The family says thank you, Mona. Thank you for giving us that information because we all worried about it. We all worried, but you don't want to bug somebody, so you don't want to ask. But glad you were able to share that with us today. But this shit heating up. I don't know what the hell Monday and Tuesday gonna bring. But if y'all remember at the beginning of the week, didn't I tell you this week was about to be a crazy ass news week? And damn it, did it not disappoint with the whole Jay-Z Busby debacle. Diddy talking about I beat her up slower than that. All type of stuff going on. All type of stuff going on. Dancing for Joy. Everybody was on pins and needles. Yeah. So my Flo Show No Filter, they're gonna be a little late. It's gonna be a little late uploading, but it ain't my fault. It's the system. So looks like it'll be done in another 5 or 10 minutes, which means I'm gonna be about 30 minutes off schedule. But it's this technology. We gotta do the best we can. That shit pissed me off though. I hate that. I like all my shit being on time. Anybody got any St. Patrick's Day plans? Anybody gonna be celebrating St. Patrick's Day Monday? According to Mini Me, she says, today Donald Trump is expected to invoke the Alien Enemies Act, a wartime law that allows the president to detain or deport the natives and citizens of an enemy nation as part of the mass deportation. There's a lot going on, ain't it, y'all? Blow my candles out. Y'all know I'll be having the candles vibe. I have my candles going in the morning, got my water, and I'll be ready to go in on somebody. Oh, this is a good warning, Mini Me. Thanks for putting this out there. Stay all text messages you need to be watching, but this one in particular, according to Mini Me, don't click on those told texts. Officials issue some new warning about some phishing scam or whatever they want to call it. But yeah, they going crazy with the text message phone scam. Don't reply to none of those. You're going to lose access to your account, bank account, email, social media pages. They getting crazy with those random text messages. They want you to reply. I don't reply to none of those. So good warning, Mini Me. I don't reply to none of those, and I suggest y'all don't reply to none of them. Breaking news, Grammy Award-winning rapper J Rock was detained by Los Angeles police Thursday evening. Wow, J Rock. Free J Rock unless he did something crazy. My boy Jay Chosen, what's up? Breaking news, y'all. Shauna not driving anymore. This news comes straight from Shauna's YouTube account. The vehicle is not in motion anymore. So make sure y'all spread the word. We give you all the news, all the way from Diddy, Donald Trump. We even give you news about China. Man, I get the most Facebook. I get the most Facebook people love me the most, I think. I get the most Facebook messages ever. Facebook be going crazy. But yeah, y'all, we made it to another Freaky Friday. TGIF. What y'all got going on for St. Patrick's Day? I asked that question about 5 times. I guess don't none of y'all celebrate. We don't got no Irish people in here. I know Michelle getting her hair done. We know what Michelle doing. She getting her hair done. Anybody celebrating St. Patrick's Day or none of y'all? I ain't heard nobody. Well, I saw a couple little green, whatever those things called, clover leaf or whatever they call it, 4-leaf clovers. I saw a couple 4-leaf clovers earlier, but I ain't really seen nobody really say nothing. Yeah, man, it'd be so many. I can't even. I'm telling you, they come so fast. You don't know who's sending them, and then I get so many. Facebook sent a lot of mine to spam. Oh, okay. Yeah, Facebook be sending a lot of my messages to spam. I don't know why. So it's hard for me to find them sometimes. But there's a parade here in Boston on Sunday. So we got a parade in Boston for the St. Patrick's Day. If y'all want to go, if you're in the Boston area, hit up Mini Me and you can go to the Boston parade with Mini Me. Yeah, I want some green beer. That's what I want. I don't know if you was here earlier. Everybody say what's up to Patty. You know, we love our Facebook family. Our Facebook family has become it's a lot of them. We got a lot of Facebook family now. A part of the Flo Show No Filter movement. But I was talking about green beer earlier. I actually want some green beer to drink on Monday's episode. Oh, this sounds good. This sounds good. Corned beef, cabbage, candy yams, and macaroni and cheese. Oh. Always want that, Trisha. Always want that. We all need some of that. Oh yeah, you know when I come back home to Cleveland, see Tuck, corned beef. We known for the corned beef in Cleveland. Slimans, Vienna, hell yeah, Slimans still going. Hey, see Tuck, Slimans still be busy as hell. Oh yeah, hey, see Tuck, we trying to get you in the group me. So Shauna can get you in the group me. We need you in the group me. And let me know if Sliming still the spot, like it still be busy. According to Mini Me, the Environmental Protection Agency has terminated grant agreements worth $20 billion issued by the Biden administration under a so-called green bank to finance clean energy. We got to get C Tuck, and I think the other person was Melody, or Melanie was trying to get into the Melanie was trying to get into the group me too. I don't know if she's able to get in there. But y'all, let me see if did this finally finish. Finally. Give me 1 second, y'all. I'm about to now whatchamacallit it's ready to load up. I'm gonna load that up, then I'm gonna come back and then we're gonna say our finals and get the hell up out of here. But give me a second. Let me upload. All right, they up out of here. I got Apple. We got Apple and Spotify loaded. Let's hit everybody with the I'm outs. I sent them both the Instagram requests. Okay, so both of y'all got requests. C-Tuck, check your Instagram requests so we can get you in the group me. Hopefully Melody or Melanie responds. I keep forgetting what her name is. I apologize for that. I think it's Melody, though. I don't know. Let's get to I'm outs. Everybody have a good weekend. Let's get to I'm outs in the comments so I can get up out of here. Thank you, everybody. Check out your stuff. Stuff is shipped out. I think like 80% of the orders have shipped out. So start looking for your Flo Show No Filter gear next week. If you want to get a black and I don't like it t-shirt, it dropped today for the first time. Get them before they go. Stuff is running out fast. So check the and I don't like it today and grab you a black t-shirt. Other than that, have a blessed weekend. Be blessed, Mona. Be blessed, Weedham boys. Amy, Lauren, Jennifer, Meanie Me, Michelle, Shauna, Trisha, Patty, Sybil, Felicia, Nadrima, trying to make C-Tuck, my boy, Kobe One Shinobi, Sybil, Dolores, Tracy, and if I forgot you, it wasn't on purpose. Much love. I will see y'all. Love y'all, and I'm out.